Hey, manifestors. All right, all right. You know it. Happy Tuesday, manifestors. What's up, what's up? This is Lisa Meta. And this is Tuesday Talks. And we're going to be doing Tuesday Talk and Tarot. I'm going old school today with my Osho deck. Really feeling like I was missing it. Hey, good morning, Antonio. So I hope a few people are going to come and gather. I am really, really excited about today. Well, is excited the right word? I'm sharing today's topic is body image. And yeah, maybe I am excited about it. It's a very, very personal topic and theme for me. And I guess I'm excited because as I was texting with my friend this morning and I said, as I share, I heal. And as I heal, I share. And because this has been such a personal journey for me to know myself through my relationship with my body and my mind, that I guess I am excited. And I'm glad that, you're here, Antonio, because I was just taking some notes and I was just thinking about men and how does body image, move its way through a man's life too, because like we are so inundated as females with it. But I have had some really deep conversations with some of my man friends, my male friends lately about body image and how interesting. Oh no, I can't see the comments on Facebook. Let me see here. I hate when that happens. Boo. Let me try to open up a different... Hey, Shama, what's up, girl? We're talking about body image today. And, okay, I can't see... If you're on Facebook, I can't see the comments, so I'll check them later because I have a lot to cover today. So I'm going to dive in. I'm actually going to be really, focused here. I want to get through a lot of this because I have two very powerful stories about my own personal experience that I want to share. And as I was saying 2 seconds ago, like, as I share, I heal. As I heal, I share. Shama, you can feel into that one, right? Like, we share these experiences of ours and it's a part of our healing process, and hopefully it resonates with everyone here. Hey, Julie, what's up? What's up? I love you guys. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so we're talking about body image, and I was having a moment where I was like, I call myself a mind mastery coach and a breathwork practitioner, so why am I talking about body? And it brought me to a few things, a TED Talk that I listened to this morning, but it brought me to my own experience. I'm going to dive right in with probably one of my most, this is vulnerable story number 1. So I have pretty much had a distorted body image my entire life. I can remember almost this, like, the realness of the level of comparison that I was doing growing up. Even I remember so clearly in I think it was 5th grade, this moment that I was comparing my kneecap to another person's kneecap. And I remember I would do this thing where I would scan someone's body and take inventory, the way they were versus the way I was. And I was obsessed, really. And this isn't about blaming where this came from anymore, because I've moved through this on such a deep level. But I do remember witnessing in my, growing up, this feeling of comparison, this underlying, this desire to change, my mom would just have this feeling within herself that she needed to continue to lose weight. I remember going to Weight Watchers with her as a really young woman. That definitely affected how I was feeling about myself, seeing other women working so hard to be something else from a visual outside perspective. And then along with that, oh my God, I have so many thoughts racing right now. It's crazy. It's I begged my mom to send me to like one of these fat camp things where like everyone there was, their whole mission was to lose weight. And anyway, my point is, at a very young age, I really instilled this: I need to change, and I am not good enough unless I lose weight, which then translated later into I need to lose weight before I can be loved. And that, here's I'm going to skip stories. So I could not believe the power of the mind. So I had that thought for so long in my life, like, no one will love me unless I lose weight. That's literally how it would translate in my mind. No one will love me unless I lose weight. And I found myself in relationships that I don't even know whether it was true or not. It led me to one particular relationship with a man. Many wake-up moments in my life. I couldn't believe the moment he actually said that exact sentence: I don't love you unless you lose weight. I mean, the mind-blown moment of that was, yes, of course, devastating. However, it was one of the most powerful healing moments, and kind of like solidified my belief in this work, that what you are literally saying to yourself, you are manifesting. So I manifested. What up, Jamal? Mwah. I manifested the physical form of my thought. Do you, like, I don't know if you've ever done that, then you can get the power of this. But I am looking into the eyes of a human form, saying back to me my deepest, deepest nightmare. And it was the moment everything changed for me. Well, not one. It was many moments along this journey I've had. This has been my journey to get to know myself. And this is what I want to also empower each of you, that whatever your struggle is, whatever that thing that you think is like, why me, and other people don't have this particular problem, it is your decision and it's your choice to make the journey through that struggle your way to self-inquiry, your way to love yourself and know yourself. We all have a journey. That's yours. So the minute I started to accept, first of all, my mom and forgive her, and then accept that this body image like journey is the way through, I started making, like, changes started happening. Obviously had to get rid of that guy, but not from a place of anger. Like, it was almost like gratitude, you know, because just like recently, if you read my thing around confusion recently, like I bubbled up some deep confusion that came to the surface, and it was like this dark cloud that came up, and after it came up, it was like almost like things come up to the surface to be healed. Just like in skin, like when you have a blemish, or your skin is your biggest organ, so if your skin is pushing something out, it means it's like literally trying to heal you from the inside out. I digress on that one. That will be another talk. Okay, so that was my one vulnerable share on like the fact that I literally manifested this man who said that to me, and that I chose to make it an awakening. And like, don't get me wrong, that was a 5-year relationship that I stood in front of like a physical mirror of, like, that was rough, and it was also a part of this journey. So my second thing I wanted to say about, you know, why is a mind mastery coach, well, not why, I mean, I'm human, I'm in a body, so of course I'm going to have my relationship with my body. But I was linking something recently. My other vulnerable story, number 2, is, you know, growing up going to fat camp and Weight Watchers with my mom. Side note, my first job in New York was working for Weight Watchers. What? I designed their first website. I was their 30th employee. I was a pioneer in graphic design subscription websites. So I'm an award-winning designer, by the way, if you didn't know that. And if you need any graphic design, holla. But I left there at 200 people as senior art director, but I was like, this is so weird that I end up at Weight Watchers. Like, it's really interesting if you keep watching threads of your life and how they play out. At that time, I don't think I was this wise, like this wise. I was always a wise, like kind of old soul. So, yeah, I guess it was still around me. Lose weight, Lisa. You don't love yourself. I look at those pictures now of what I look like. I was like, damn, I wish I could beam me back up into that body. Shit. Anyway, my point is I was really suffering with this outer world and this inner world and the dialogue and like my feeling around my body. And I got the courage to call a therapist, a cognitive therapist, which for me in my world is like, I don't need any help, and like this means I'm weak, and like whatever. I finally did it. She suggested that I go to Overeaters Anonymous, which I was like, what? Like, are you kidding me? But I was at almost like this place in life where why not? Once I got over the hump of like going there, I decided to try things. I went to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting, and that was another one of these pivotal moments in my life. So my head was creating, I'm going to walk in there, everyone's going to be like obese and just really not me. I don't know. I had created a lot of stories around what I thought being in an Overeaters Anonymous meeting was going to look like. But let me tell you, mind blown, boom. I walked in, different sizes and shapes and people, and I mean, it was basically like everyone that you would see anywhere. Like, there was skinny people and very large people and everything in between. So that was like first moment I was like, oh my God, like what's happening? And then it happened. Everyone was sharing, and I realized what connected all of us was what was happening in our mind, the perspective, the obsessive thinking. And that was the true moment that I felt I was not alone anymore. Had nothing to do with my outside shape. It was the fact that everyone in that room could understand what I went through on a daily basis to make decisions around food. And the cycle that comes from what should I eat, then eating it, then thinking about if I made the right decision, then feeling guilt or shame around it, then eating because of the guilt and shame, then going into a binge moment where I lose myself and I go to like what I call flow. Why is my phone going like dark? And then cycling back and back and back. Anyway, so that experience, and if you have ever, this is about vulnerability today, so if you're listening to me and you resonate with anything I said, like, have you been a binge eater? Have you ever connected with someone do you have obsessive thinking? Like, do you think about things a lot to the point where you find yourself literally like you can't either function or you feel distracted? Because this is why I do what I do. Because I just sitting there 6 bowls of cereal in being like, there's got to be a different way. Like, I am spending so much of my mind energy thinking about food or dealing with this constant cycle around my body and my body image and food and comparison that I wasn't even like able to put any energy towards living or creating my next level. So that fork in the road moment for me was, okay, we either need to get control of I need to either get control of my mind or my mind is going to continue to control me. And that's why I'm a mind mastery coach. I'm not saying that I've perfected it. I'm saying that I have worked through and created so many tools to help people to work through. Because what I've also learned, because I wanted to work with addictions and like, this obsessive thinking shows itself a lot with, it's basically you're addicted to thought. But we use substances. So it's never about the substance. It's always about what's behind it, which is this thought that I'm not good enough, or I need to change this or change that. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that I know I have a few guys listening, and I was talking earlier before a few people came on. Like, body image is always this thing that is like put onto women in this society. But I talked to a few of my guy friends, and they have also felt pressures around their bodies and performing and what it needs to look like. And I'm sure that you have this, it's rampant in our society, and the way that we are being taught, whether you're a female or a male. I truly believe that it's just constant messages to us that we need to look a certain way. And I guess what I want to say is, like, it's not your fault. And first of all, when you hit the 40s, you start to get the zero fucks land, which is like the best thing that ever happened to me, where I was like, holy shit, I really don't care anymore. And I wish I had been able to insert the holy shit, I don't care anymore earlier. But like I said, it was my journey to know myself. So ways that this has affected me growing up is, like, I would never go anywhere where there were, like, friends would go to Bahamas or bathing suit places, and that feeling of having to cover up, oh my God, and like wearing shorts under my dresses so my thighs didn't rub, and then feeling like, oh, this is such a fat girl thing to do. Like, I mean, wow. And thank you for receiving all of this, because the fact that I can talk about it so, like, whatever, I really have healed. And I guess this is my way of saying you can heal too. So let's get down to like a quick nitty gritty here. I often do like the definition of things. So body image is basically a person's thoughts, feelings, and perception of the aesthetics, which also translates into your sexual attractiveness of your own body. And that's where we get a little tripped up here, because not only is our own perception, but then we take that perception and we go out into the world with this, like, well, do you like it? Pick me. That's how I was. I'm like, well, do you like this? Pick me. Let me keep changing it until I can find someone to pick me. It's like, nah. I mean, when I go to the beach now, and that's part of why I go to Mexico now, I am like catching up on beach time. Like, I didn't realize how much I loved it because I denied myself it, but actually beach is my happy place. And I go, and sometimes I look around, like, I really take inventory, and I look like, wow, every single body is so different, so beautiful, all tell a story, and I just start to see the vulnerability in everyone through. I mean, it is just a blessing to get onto this side. All right, so body image, this is like kind of the educational part of today, because I found this to be very interesting. So the body image is broken into 4 different aspects. There's 4 different aspects. So one is your perceptual aspect, so the way you see yourself. Number 2, I'm going to move through these quickly, and if you're on my newsletter, I always, every Sunday, kind of cover whatever this was and send it on Sunday. You can get to my newsletter at Metamorfize.com. I'm sure there's links everywhere around me. Number 2, the way you feel about the way you look. So we have perceptual and we have affective. And then number 3, the thoughts and beliefs you feel about your body, which is cognitive. And then the things you do in relation to the way you look, which is behavioral. So perceptual, affective, cognitive, and behavioral. So when a mind mastery coach comes and says, I'm going to talk about my body, it's because my body didn't need to change. My perspective and perception did. And to do that, you need to do the inner work. You have to go and start to open your mind. Perception and perspective are the moment that you can say, maybe there's a different way. Maybe there are other options. It unlocks you from the box that you're in, and it opens the door, even if it's just slightly. And that was the day that I went to the therapist. I would pick up the phone, I'd hang up. I'd pick up the phone, I'd hang up. And then the moment I ended up letting the call go through was because my mind said, maybe there is a different way, Lisa. And that tiny grain of sand gap of possibility opened the door to my perception and perspective to change. So you know, nothing changes if nothing changes type of thing. Well, this moment, like if you don't open your mind, and that's kind of like one of the, I'm not going to get political right now, but it's one of the biggest things I'm having in this world right now with this like right and wrong concept. I don't do right and wrong. There's just ideas and opinions, and people are all holding their own based on their own lens. I mean, come on. I'm gonna see this box of matches through the lens of, I mean, you don't know where this, I'll see this box of matches because I know exactly where it came from, so I'll have a story around it, and you'll just see it as maybe a church. I got it in Mexico, by the way. Mexico. All right, so how's everybody doing? Thank you for listening to such a deep talk today, or at least it feels deep for me. Like I said, I can't see anything in Facebook at the moment, which is a bummer. But do you have any questions about body image, or, you know, mind mastery around body image? Or, I mean, I was like, I just shared with you my meanest, I guess for me it was my meanest thing I would say to myself. Are you aware of like the mean thing that you say to yourself about your body? How about we do this? Let's share. What is your favorite body part? And what is the body part that you are like super mean to? Like if you're constantly wishing that you would change it. Okay? My favorite and let's go from like neck down. Excuse me. My favorite body part, neck down, is I like, let's see, what do I like? I like my hips. I've grown to really like them. They're very grabbable. Hey, Adrian, you made it. You made it. We're talking body image. In fact, we're talking what's your favorite body part, and what is the body part that you might be mean to or don't love. But yeah, my outer thighs, freaking solid thighs. Lisa has some solid thighs from all the, I'm going with that one, which kind of goes into my hips, but my thighs from all of the exercise and being a star athlete growing up. And so like I just feel strong in my legs as a grounded earth energy. Virgo's coming. My birthday's coming September 11, everyone. The part that I have been mean to, it's almost like, oh, that's easy, has been my stomach. I mean, talk about like a constant comparison. It's like I just always wished it was flat. As if like flat does exist, but it's like, am I willing to work for that? I don't know. It was weird. It's like my lifestyle would meet my desire, and it would just like clash. Anyway, all right, where are we with time? 23. So yeah, let me see if you got, oh, thank you. I'm inspiring. I appreciate you. Would you say it was all stepping stones to where you are now in the present moment? Absolutely, but everyone's got the opportunity to have stepping stones, but not everyone chooses to use that as a growth path. Some people let it take them down and then never get back up. Some people slip off of a rock and then just say, this is good enough. So for me, I have an attitude that every single thing in my life is here to teach me something, and that I have to actively extract lessons. I have to actively bring the perspective of what is here for me to learn. So I don't think that, I think every single person is moving through a journey. It's just, again, I think this is the point I'm making today, is that what your mind brings to, we look at like this, we're looking at this together, but you're going to see it differently. So how you see something is how you're going to experience it. All right. Where we are, what we're doing, but I do have you're conscious of your body from time to time. Okay, cool. All right, so you're mean to your chest and you love your arms. All right, well, part of, not all right, like yay, but like good awareness, because when I started to like work on my healing journey for my body, also would do little things like take an extra moment when I'm putting my lotion on to say I love you, you know, to my tummy, and yeah, just like talk to my body. And I remember in my morning meditation, and by the way, while I'm finishing up this thought, give me a number. I'm going to actually go not old school, but I'm going back to the Osho deck today because I'm really feeling like this story is old. This deck has been with me since this whole experience. So give me a number. We're going to pick a card in relation to body image. And yeah, so let me know. And I know Liz wrote into me already wanting 23, so I got that number. And we got 12. All right, here we go. All right, 3. Let me check quickly here on my my notes. I want to make sure I covered everything. Yeah, and I'm loving that, like, honestly, that you men are here. And it means a lot to me because it's been such a huge part of my reflection. So I'm so open to hearing your thoughts on how you talk to your body or body image, or even like when you're with a woman, it's always like act as if it's your responsibility to hold the space for the woman. But I at least try to compliment my man on like, your body's amazing, and like I see the work you're doing. Okay, how it affected me, my experience in OA I talked about. Oh yeah, how it affected me. So I was saying, like, didn't go to places with bathing suits. Always believed I had to lose weight to be loved. Constantly comparing myself down to the minutia. It was like earlobe annoying. Which ultimately created that I'm never good enough. Which also created that if I blank, then I'll blank. Which is a very common thing that we do, right? If I do this, which actually is a postponement sabotage technique, because if we're hiding behind, oh, well, if I do this, then I do this, then we don't have to take responsibility. We don't have to take action. We can just hide behind it, which is something that I talked about in my confusion talk, where I realized I was hiding behind, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. When the truth is, I just didn't want to take responsibility for what I knew and know has to happen right now. So that's what bubbled up. Well, and the way that self-worth is determined by how we feel about our bodies is just insane. Like, I mean, it's like literally talk about a disease that's out there. All right. We talked about everything else. So this fits in. Oh, I talked about how this fits into my work, because it's not ever about the body or some outer experience. It's always about the inner perspective. And yeah, all right, here we go. Cards. I'm sorry, Facebook, I can't see you all. If you have a number, you'll just have to feed off of this beautiful these numbers and trust that everything is aligned. All right, here we go. All right, first is going to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to do Liz, doing 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, Derek. Oh, Adrian. 1, 2. Derek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and if you're on Facebook and you want to hit me up, go over to Instagram and check me out over there, because that's what's happening at the moment. All right. Did I get everyone? All right, cool. So, Antonio, 12, abundance. And you know what's interesting about this card? Okay, this is Zorba the Buddha, with his big ass belly out. Can you? I hate that I put on the wrong filter, I guess, today. So this is Zorba the Buddha, and he is basically got this big belly out. Oh, which is a part of what another thing is, like, back in the day when you were a chubby chick and a man with a belly, that signified wealth. Just like this, he's basically reminding us that abundance is it's like all around and just relaxing in it, and he's like eating a lot and feeling, you know, all of the abundance around him. And also he's got the balance of night and day. He's got all the colors. And so as far as when it comes to body image, this is about really embracing and enjoying who you are in the abundance of your body, especially these days where we're like have a lot of fear-based energy being projected on us. This is take care of yourself and be in the abundance of opportunity around you. Let me know what resonates and what you think abundance means to you. He's got grapes all around him. He's sitting on the book of life. He's got flowers. I mean, awesome card to get, abundance. And this is for all of us. Like, we are so abundant and rich and wealthy in our world right now. All right, if you're joining and you've never done this, just drop me a number and I'll pick a card for you. Okay, 3. We're going back to 3. Boom. Celebration. You got to celebrate your arms and your chest. Oh my God, I can't. So this is 3 ladies dancing in the rain. And I know that you do a lot of dancing and you go out a lot. And I think this is really about when you fully embrace your body, you can be free to dance, to be expressed. So I think for you, this is about expression, you know, and like just letting go and let loose. And through expression, you release and you share and you celebrate, and it draws that energy towards you. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Okay, I think this was 2. Number 2, Adrian, I think. Shit. Inner voice. Yeah. Inner voice. Well, we were just kind of talking about this the whole time, that really body image has to do with what you're thinking and how your perspective and perception of yourself is. So your inner voice, listen to what you're saying. All of us, listen to what you're saying to yourself. And if it needs adjusting, work on the adjustment. Think about what you think about. Reframe your mind, your brain, in the sense of like, repeat something new. You know, affirmations aren't just say one and done thing. An affirmation in my world, as far as like as a healing tool. And by the way, guess what? I finally got out of my confusion has led me to the fact that I'm going to be launching a whole pack of audios that have to do with reprogramming your mind for, and then fill in the blank. So reprogram your mind for love, reprogram your mind for success. Because what I was saying is that this inner voice needs to be supporting what you're trying to create in your life. Your thoughts are really creating the reality. And that's why I shared that story about my thought that I had of, I have to lose weight before I can be loved, and then literally created a man that said that back to me, was proof that what I was repeating over and over and over to myself manifested in the physical world. Crazy. I mean, that was my moment of like, I believe this works. So for all of us, pay attention to what you're saying and make sure. And sometimes it's subtle and sneaky. And that is when you need to work with someone to help extract it, because these parts of us that have been operating on default are sneaky as fuck. Like, they have fooled you for so long because it's actually coming from a place inside of you that's protecting you. So anyway, that's for another time. But yeah, inner voice. Okay. Okay. Then Derek, you got 12. Woo! Receptivity. Look at that. We got some really beautiful cards today. I love it. Especially for this, like, to me, heavy topic. But look at him or her body, just open to receiving the love, the light. There is a influx of energy that comes in and goes out. And I like that there is no face here, because, and oh yeah, there's no face, we're just body, which what is pure energy. And that's the other thing to remember. We are just energy. Every emotion that we're having is a messenger, because it's just an energy that's coming through us. We are not our emotions. We are experiencing them. So your body is a vessel you're living inside of. It's something that you're experiencing. It's your responsibility to take care of it to the best of your ability, to educate yourself on ways that work for you. And especially now when everyone's trying to tell you what to do with your body. I don't know why I had to sing it. We just went to a musical. The musical is called You Take Care of You. I want the knife. Please. That's some old school shit. If you know what movie that's from, tell me. That's funny. All right. Liz. Damn. This is for you, Liz. I know you're not on the call at the moment, but you got 23, the creator. And this is a great thing for us almost to finish up with today. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time to put them in. I'd love to I love having conversations about this. If you ever want to talk. Anyway, Liz, this is about, yes, creator. You are the creator of your life. You are, and look, Liz, solar plexus. We're on the, in the self-mastery lab, we are doing the chakras, and we're at the solar plexus for August, and we're about to move up to the heart. Next month is going to be so beautiful. It's my birthday month. It's the heart chakra. If you don't know what the self-mastery lab is, it's my monthly membership. It's $49 a month, and that's where we do all this work. We do cards, we do breath work, we do group coaching, we do self-inquiry. We asking ourselves, what are we thinking? Is it aligning with where we're going? So that we can be the creator. So we can get a grip of the mind and make it your master. Like you are the master of your mind. It has to be your servant. And actually this deck by Osho, he is like always talking about, there's a master card, and he's just like, your mind needs to be your servant. It is there to work for you, not to be telling you what to do. And in my opinion, coming from graphic design and then doing business coaching and then life coaching, the reason why I do mind mastery work right now and forever is because the same reason I said for the whole food substance thing. It doesn't matter what you're creating or what substance you're taking in. Underneath all of it is always going to be you, your mind, the way you're choosing to make decisions every single day. You are deciding something, like on the micro and the macro level. What time to get up, what to put in your mouth, who to call, who not to call, where to go. Like tiny decisions, like what words to use, how you choose to bring your energy into a room. I mean, if the conscious decision making that I teach inside of the science of change is literally life changing, because if you think about it, we are making so many micro and macro decisions and choices on a daily basis. If your mind and thoughts and energy are not aligning with the results you want, it just starts to, you start to beat yourself up because you're like, what am I doing wrong? And then all the default programming kicks in, but you're not doing anything wrong. It's just a training. Just like yoga, every muscle, you need a discipline muscle. You need you got to flex, and I've fallen off the wagon many times. Let me tell you, it's you start to learn that the contraction is the preparation for the expansion, and it's not about looking at, don't look at me and be like, oh, I'm always up. I'm not. In fact, I've been sharing a lot more about the fact that I was recently super confused. That got me like twisted in the brain, where I was like, oh my God, am I going to get out of this? And then I reminded myself, wait a second, this is a phase. This is a temporary, necessary, messy, uncomfortable phase that is going to lead me to my next, and I could relax. And in my relaxing, I embrace the fact that I can't get off the couch sometimes. I use that time to be like, oh wow, we really don't want to be in this place. So, golden child, Derek, you got it. High 10. That's awesome. So I'm just gonna wrap it up there and just say, when I allow myself to lean in, which is part of what I talked about in my confusion talk and on last week's newsletter, is like when you just allow yourself to lean into the discomfort or the fact that things are just not working. Like, I mean, I was like, oh my God, it's not working. Like, life isn't working right now. And I was like, I start freaking out. And then when you lean in, it made it so that what needed to be seen could be seen. And then, of course, you have to take action. Look, I'm a practical manifester. So I basically took an action. And you want to know what I did? It feels a little embarrassing, but I'll tell you. I was like, I need to be around people. What do I want to do? I went on a Craigslist because part of my confusion had to do with actually my career. And like the fact that I'm missing people because I was doing my workshops and I love talking to people and I love teaching and being in front of people. And I basically like went through Craigslist in the jobs thing area and I allowed myself to like see what piqued my interest. It was an exploration I didn't have to do anything. I was like, let's see what I like to do. And I found myself liking jobs like personal assistant or even like hostess at a restaurant. Like it was awesome. I got such great information. And so instead of focusing on what I didn't know, I got to focus on what I do know. Anyway, go listen to that talk. I don't need to say it here again. My point is that I love you, everyone here. You're amazing. Thank you for being here and listening to my talk. And just remember that it's all in your mind. And if you want any support, I've got the 30 Days to Change starting on Sunday. And that is an amazing opportunity for men and for women. It is all about your mind. It's just taking on something for 5 minutes a day to focus on yourself. But what happens in that is a complete brain reframe, and you get 30 of my audios, one delivered every day. And my audios, apparently everyone who's taken the program has always said that those audios are like their favorite part. So hopefully you can, if you want to join, it's metamorfize.com/30 group. We've got a good group of people in there right now. We're going to be having a kickoff call on Sunday. It's a Zoom call where you work directly with me to solidify what you're doing for your 30 days. You have a check-in call halfway through, and we have a celebration call plus the 30 audios. It's a very robust program for the price, which is $149. And this program was created out of what I just shared here today, was like, how do I get out of my mind? So I realized that we are taught go big or go home. So why not set a small goal and succeed versus a big goal and keep failing? So my big goal in life had always been lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. Okay, I got to work out 5 times a week. I got to eat like nothing. So I was constantly setting myself up for failure, which created a defeatist mentality, which then looped me back into the eating. So the 30 Days to Change program is all about learning to set yourself up for success by taking on small tasks that you achieve daily through consistency, discipline, and commitment versus huge things that you cannot sustain. So this program rewired me, retrained me, rewired me. I am successful in what I set out to do. And the most important part of this program is that you learn to trust yourself again. Because I don't know if you can resonate with this. Give me like a thumbs up if you can. But after saying I was going to do something for so long, like I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, or I'm going to start my diet tomorrow, or I'm going to whatever tomorrow, and not do it, chipped away at my ability to trust myself. So what this program does, it's subtle and really powerful. You learn to trust yourself again. Your word means something to you. Because look, we're all out there keeping our word to everyone else. You say you're going to be at the doctor's appointment on time, you're there, they're late. You say you're going to meet your friend at the cafe at this time, you do it. You say you're going to help your friend move, you do it. But what about those silent whispers of, I'm going to start my thing tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my creative project going. And you don't do it. I'm going to clean the garage, and you don't do it. I'm going to go and call my friend that I know I miss, and you don't do it. It's subtle inside, but it has grave impact. You start to not trust your word to yourself, which is the most important thing in this existence, in my opinion, is integrity. So if any of that sounds interesting, that you want to build back your discipline muscle, or you want to learn what consistency really can do for you, and the power of showing up, let alone learning to trust yourself again, one tiny little step at a time, and be with me for a month and a fun group of people, then let's do it. Metamorfize.com/30 group. Reach out if you want to chat about it. Like, let's talk. Yeah. I just went off, but I forgot that program was created because of actually moving through the body image stuff. So it's actually a perfect link, because and you don't have to be going through body image stuff to take this program. This is just, it's personal for you anyway. Tino Art, do you want a card? You'll be the last one if you're still here. I'll give you a card. We wrapped it up. We had some really powerful cards here today. Abundance, creator, celebration, inner voice, and receptivity. All right, everyone. One love. Reach out if you need anything. I've got a few spaces in my coaching business as well. So if you want to work with me, let's do it. All right. Bye. Oh, Jamal. All right, go for it. Give me. Give me a number. Last one. Okay, Tino. Okay, here we go. Some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tino. Jamal, give me a number. Aw, sharing. That was what? 3. Tino, I was just talking about this from the very, very start of this live. Maybe you go back and listen, but like, I was just saying that sharing my journey is healing, and healing my journey is sharing. And how much this whole experience today about sharing everything, I mean, these vulnerable stories, my own, just realizing that I can say this out loud, that all this stuff has been so healing. And I guess this is an invitation to you to look at where in your life can you share your own struggles or anything that's been difficult to move through that could actually help elevate someone, to help them realize they're not alone. Not to mention all your gifts, like be prolific, share everything. Look, this woman is not worrying about if she's going to get back, like, oh, tit for tat. She's just giving, because through giving we receive. So let me know if that resonates with you. And Jamal, the rebel. I love this card for you. That's so awesome. So this rebel is not a rebel the way that we think of in our, like, oh, he goes against society, even though true that. This is about, it's more about following your own truth. So, because the thing is, if you think of it as going against something, it's you versus them. If you think of this as following your own truth, it's you with you. And it helps remind us and draw towards you the people that also have the same outlook. And that's a lot of what's happening right now, that should not be me versus you. It is, what is my truth, and can I respect and love myself in my truth, and can you love and respect me in my truth as well? And from loving each other's truth, can we find connection, not I am right and you are wrong. And that's actually a full circle also to this body is right and perfect, and this body is not. So I must change and fix myself to be like this. So, wow, super powerful. Thank you, both of you men. I mean, I can't believe I have like all men watching on Instagram today. That's so, it's like honored. Thank you. All right, everyone, wishing you the best day ever. Fixing my hair because this last little picture. All right, talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Mwah. We love you. I love you too.